Good evening and welcome to yet another edition of News 101 Visual Radio. Bringing you the news, I'm Hashni Patirana.
And I'm Theruni Karuna Ratna. Let's start off with the headlines this evening.
News First headline.
In local news, Gota claims international conspiracy ousted him, set to release book tomorrow. Expecting to obtain temporary relief from debt defaults from 2023 to 2027, President tells Parliament. Water cannons fired at RUSF protest in Punchiborella. In international news, Israeli attacks kill 86 Palestinians in a day. And in sports, Wood replaces Robinson for England. Rohit hails milestone man Ashwin.
And let's take a look at your local news in detail now. Well, former Sri Lankan President Gota Rajapaksa in a statement today announced that from the time he was elected president in November 2019, certain foreign and local parties were intent on removing him from power. Now, in the statement, he announced the publication of his book titled The Conspiracy to Oust Me from the Presidency. Rajapaksa said that foreign intervention and the manipulation of internal politics has become a fact of life in Sri Lanka in a manner never experienced in the first 6 years of independence of this country. He said that the political campaign to oust him brought in a new element into the politics of Sri Lanka, which has since independence experienced only peaceful transfers of power following elections. Rajapaksa said that as such, the events of 2022 are fraught with serious implications for the future of this country. And he also said what the book explains is the first-hand experience of an internationally sponsored regime change operation. Rajapaksa further said that details of this conspiracy will be revealed in a book that will be available from tomorrow.
Moving on to more local news, President Ranil Wickremesinghe told Parliament today that he expects to obtain temporary relief from debt defaults from 2023 to 2027. He said the government is actively engaged in discussions regarding the restructuring of all loans, including both domestic and foreign loans. He also highlighted that the country is politically, economically and socially burnt out and that now it has stabilized. The president also emphasized the burden that will be lifted from the public as all indications show that the economy is heading in a safe direction. He added that the government aims to exempt items such as books, school equipment, health equipment and medicine from the value-added tax list to continue reducing the VAT rate.
And moving on to more local news this hour, police fired water cannons to disperse a protest of the Inter-University Student Federation in Punchiborella this evening. Now, during the protest, convener of the IUSF, Madhushan Chandrajit, and one other student activist were arrested. Chandrajit said that the protest is being held against the country's education policy framework. Later, the students gathered opposite the Colombo National Hospital and protested there. The university students protested for a few hours and then dispersed. And moving on to Theruni for some international news for this hour.
International news.
People in Gaza are waiting for the outcome of ceasefire talks amid continued Israeli attacks. The World Food Programme said an aid convoy was denied entry to northern Gaza by Israel's military. Now, the World Food Programme said to avert famine, there must be road access to Gaza's north. Meanwhile, Hamas says ceasefire negotiations are ongoing, but quote-unquote, the ball is in the Israeli court. And the United States says obstacles to a truce are not insurmountable. At least 30,717 Palestinians have been killed and 72,156 wounded in Israeli attacks on Gaza since the 7th of October 2023. The death toll in Israel from the 7th of October Hamas attacks stands at 1,139. Let's next take a look at your sports news.
Sports news.
Bringing you the sports from cricket. England recalled fast bowler Mark Wood in the loan change to their side as they chase a consolation victory in the final test against India, beginning in Dharamshala on Thursday. Now, seamer Ollie Robinson loses place after his wicketless outing in the fourth test in Ranchi, where India grabbed an unassailable 3-1 lead in the riveting 5-match series, which concludes at the picturesque Himachal Pradesh Cricket Association Stadium. Wood joins James Anderson in England's seam attack, while Tom Hartley and Shoaib Bashir will shoulder the spin load with Joe Root chipping in with his part-time off-spin. And that's a wrap of your news for this hour. Bringing you the news, I'm Harshit Patirana.
And I'm Theruni Karuna Ratna.
Thank you for watching.